Welcome to my channel. It's a new day and we're going to do more music. I've got 6 requested reactions for you today, just like usual, but I also have a bonus video. And this particular bonus video is one that I've had on my list for a little while, but I decided to do it today because, frankly, Tupac fascinates me, which I never thought I would hear myself say. But I've reacted to So Many Tears, and I've reacted to Dear Mama, and I just am really impressed with him and fascinated by him. And so I've decided that today I'll do one that's been asked for a lot in the comments on the Tupac video, Changes. Before we get into that, I do want to thank you for coming here, because the channel wouldn't exist without you. And look, you take time out of your day to come here. That really is, that humbles me, that blesses me, that amazes me. So thank you for that. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist, except yesterday on one video I said I put it in the description of the video, which is wrong. I don't. I put them in the description of the playlist so that you can access them and you can get more information about the artist. I put a short bio in there for every artist as well. But I do put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia if I can find anything that's relevant and makes sense to put there. I don't put the link to the reaction request form right now because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 3,400 in my queue. I've got to get some of those taken care of. I got people that have been waiting a long time for their requests. However, on Sundays at 4 p.m. UTC, I do a live stream for 2 hours. If you come then, you can ask for your song and I'll react to it live immediately. Okay? I hope I don't get overwhelmed with requests. I can probably do 15, 16 songs in a 2-hour period. So we'll see. It'll be fun. I know that. I enjoyed the 2 that I've done so far. So this is Tupac. And the name of the song is Changes. And it says featuring talent. No idea who talent is.
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, killing, he's a hero. Get it to the kids who the hell cares. One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them, don't let them deal with brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I let it go back to when we played as kids, but then changed. That's the way it is. Come on, come on.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
I want to be, only way I've been practicing my whole life to live my life is to be responsible for what I do. I don't know how to be responsible for what every black male did. I don't know. Yes, I am going to say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter and I'm still here.
I see no changes, all I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. We under, I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the wasted. Take the evil out the people, they'll be acting right. Cause both black and white and smoke tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real time to heal each other. And although it seems evident, we ain't ready to see a black president. It ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change. Try to show another way, but you're staying in the dope game. Now tell me what's a mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. You gotta operate the easy way.
I made a G today.
But you made it in a sleazy way. Sell it back to the kids.
I gotta get paid.
Well, hey, well, that's the way it is.
Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Hear me?
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
You gotta make a change.
Rap star and actor Tupac
Tupac Shakur was riding in his black. The 25-year-old rapper had long been criticized.
is also charged with
Today, hundreds of underprivileged outside of Nation Islam schools pay their respects to the slain rapper.
not guilty.
To survive. And still I see no changes. Can a brother get a little peace? It's war on the streets and a war in the Middle East. Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. And I ain't never did a crime I ain't have to do. But now I'm back with the facts, giving it back to you. Don't let them jack you up, back you up, crack you up, and pimp smack you up. You gotta learn to hold your own. They get jealous when they see you with your mobile phone. But tell the cops I can't touch this. I don't trust this. When they try to rush, I bust this. That's the sound number 2. You say it ain't cool. My mama didn't raise no fool. And as long as I stay black, I got a stage strap. And I never get to lay back. Cause I always got to worry about the payback. Some buck that I roughed up way back. Coming back after all these years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. You're my brother, you're my sister. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah.
Some things will never change.
Wow. That song had a dual personality. It was like very hopeful and very resigned at the same time. It was very uplifting and very depressing at the same time. Really amazing. A lot of what he sang about is so true, and I don't think, if you've never lived in the ghetto, and I haven't, you can't possibly know what it's like to be there. You can see the statistics, and you can look at, income and the types of places they live and the kind of crime that goes on there, and you can realize that it's a bad situation for a lot of people that don't want to be there but can't get out. But you can't really understand it the way they do. They live it every day. It's frustrating to me because I think that that black people in general, and I hate generalizing, but black people in general in this country have been treated very poorly by our government. And I have my beliefs about the reasons for that, but those are just beliefs. I can't prove anything. I can tell you that I did some research a few years ago when I was really trying to figure out what's going on, and I discovered that black families were talking about husband and wife, father and mother, intact homes, had a higher percentage of intact homes than white people did. That was back in, if I recall correctly, I think it was the 30s or the 40s. Then we introduced welfare in the 60s, supposedly to help. But the way that it was structured, it drove the black males out of the home. The family could get more income if the mother was alone with the children. I don't know if anybody thought about it when they passed that legislation, but that was a cruel thing to do. And the result of it is that now, today, only about 25% of black children grow up in a two-parent home. And no matter how you cut it, every sociological study that you've looked at that's done right shows you that it's much more difficult for a child to develop correctly in a one-parent home. They need the input of both a mother and a father. And so, I don't like attributing malfeasance to people, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to say that our government actually did this deliberately because they wanted to keep the blacks down, if you want to call it that, or they wanted to damage the black family. They also at the same time introduced abortion, and abortion is, when it was legal, it's not legal now, or at least not everywhere. Black abortions were done at a much higher rate. As a matter of fact, if you look at the statistics, this was a stunning one to me. Back in the 1950s, blacks were 13% of the population in the United States. You know what they are now? 13%. They've killed so many black babies that their population has stagnated. That's just incredible to me. That's astounding. You don't have to take my word for it. You can research it for yourself. What our country did when slavery was legal was absolutely horrible. It was awful. I do genealogy work, and I can tell you, I've seen census records for 1850 and 1860 when they first started tracking the slaves. They don't have names. When you look at the slave records, it's a sex and age. That's it. No name. And then you go and you look at because you're trying to track a black family, you go, you know how you find a black family in genealogy? Go look at the wills of their white owners, because they were deeded to, sons and daughters or whoever, or sold, just like horses and cattle, just like pigs and chickens. It appalls me that we did that. But what we've done to the black family in the 1900s and the 2000s is worse, in my opinion. It's worse than slavery, because we've completely destroyed them. We have so many young black children growing up in a single parent home and usually it's the mother, and she's struggling just to put food on the table. It's horrible. It needs to change. I don't know what the right changes are, but I just know it needs to change. And I know that one thing that definitely needs to be gotten into the heads of every human being is that God is real, and God cares about you, and he will take care of you. And, there's plenty of examples of blacks like Tupac, who have gone from that horrible existence that they had and actually made something of themselves. This song was, like I say, it had a dual personality. It had a sense of hope of things are going to get better, but then he ends it saying nothing's going to change. Imagine trying to live in a place and better yourself when the predominant thought in your head is nothing's ever going to change. Do I have to explain it? It's terrible. And our government did that. We should be ashamed of ourselves. I'm just one man. All I can do is pray. And I pray that somehow, some way, we find a way to treat every single person on the planet equally, and that we don't do anything negative towards them, like the way we set up welfare. I have no problem with us helping people that need help, but we can't set it up in a way that destroys families, because that's the families are the bedrock of civilization. Without that, you don't have a civilization. And so I just pray that somehow, some way in this country, our politicians, as evil as they are and as button heads as they are, can somehow come together to find a way to do help for people that's actually helpful and not hurtful. This is the Vietnam Era Vet out.